Maybe you don't.
Long day, lady road.
Yo, what's going on? I already drank my Celsius. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. 2 weeks in a row, we're on fire. I have my coffee. I may not have my Celsius, but I have my coffee. And we got a great one for you today. Wonderful show. It'll be slightly deja vu-ish, but not, I guess. But in the meantime, this is what does not make it a little deja vu. Got Angela Curry co-hosting. What's going on, Angela?
Not much. How are you, Jason?
You're back after your 2 seconds. Good job.
One day I told you I was screaming, I'm back, but you already put me backstage. That's okay.
Yeah, I put you. Yep, put you in the corner.
Put me in my place.
I put you in the corner. Yeah, how's it going?
It's going pretty well. It's nice here. The sun is out. The snow is going away, so I'll take it as a win.
Plagle isn't pleased, apparently.
Plagle is what?
Not pleased. Isn't this Plagle? Oh, this is Praetor. I thought I thought he was falling asleep. See, this is why you do. This is why you highlight the chat, not me. But we have a great one tonight.
We
today,
do.
This morning, this afternoon.
It's gonna be a nice refreshing. It's gonna be almost like it's gonna be like a topicless 0.20.
You ruined what I was gonna say. You know what? Let's just do it.
Sorry.
Fine. Yeah. Nope. Done. Show's over. Luke, we're done. That's it.
I'm to hang out. Bye.
Yep. Bye.
Off to a great start.
Yeah, no, this isn't topicless, everybody.
Are you sure? I mean, it is Sunday. It's not Tuesday.
Well, and it is my turn to host this weekend, so
this is a precursor to the show later this week, I guess. Tuesday.
Your screens, you're not seeing double. Whatever.
I will.
Do not attempt to adjust your screens. You are now in the topic zone.
No, you're not. I am going to show this off because I don't know if my aunt is going to watch because we are streaming to Facebook, and I told her I would show it on stream. I did show it on Luke's channel, so I'm topicless, but I'm going to show it now. My aunt made this for me.
Is a frog.
Is a knit frog G. He's got his knee pads.
I will make one myself.
His tools.
A crocheted frogatus giatus.
Frog. He's got tools right here and everything.
That's awesome.
Awesome job.
Look at the eyes. Little froggy eyes.
A little goat beard and stuff. Yeah. I mean,
that's awesome.
Yeah, she did a great job. So thank you to my aunt for doing that. If you catch the replay, if you're watching now, I really appreciate it. Everybody sign up for Frog G. It's free. But we're not here to talk. We're not here.
So cute, says Feline.
Yeah, we're not here to talk about the frog, though. But before we start talking about anything, Angela, there's a chat.
There is a chat.
We have a hop in chat. We got in the house first is Mr. D-Wag, Darren Wagner. Cheers, man.
D-Wag. Bow.
Kizao. We got Billy Basco.
What up, Gordon? What up, Billy?
Hello,
and, of course, as mentioned earlier, Solante.
Skull, my love.
Cilantro, flying feline.
Skulls and cilantro.
This is seriously topicless. I'm actually having a moment. I just don't know where I am. And the lovely Mrs. Good Stuff is here.
What's up, Miss Good Stuff?
Hello.
She's also lovely, even though she's puking right now. Oh,
well, she's puking about the aspartame and seed oils. Yeah.
I am with Feline in that regard. I didn't even say any of it yet. I didn't mention how amazing, if you combine aspartame and seed oils, how it rejuvenates you and makes you feel invigorated and how you'll live forever.
Prater 7, what's up?
Prater?
Thank you.
What's up, Prater 7?
Yeah, Admiral, thank you for your service.
What up, black ass?
We salute you, Admiral. Then, I like Admiral. Haven't seen him in a coon's age, one might say. But it's good to see him.
I said that in a live stream, and it was.
There's my aunt.
Hey,
I love your frog. I want one. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much for that. It's fantastic. Everyone loves it, and I told them you can only do the one. They're not for sale. Otherwise, you'll never do anything else but make frogs. So. It's awesome. Everybody loves it.
You're talking from experience, right? In some way.
Well, she made a bunch of Baby
Nephew.
Yodas when it came out, when Baby Groot or Baby Yoda came out. She
Right.
made a bunch of Baby Yodas for us, for everyone in the family, and I
Oh,
showed one on stream one time, and everybody was like, "I want one." Everybody was like, I'm like, you can't. No, these take forever. Like these take a very long time to do.
Sweatery
So
Frog. He says you're welcome.
Sweatery
He
frog.
says your favorite nephew, or
yeah.
I should pronounce nephew.
Well, she's my favorite aunt. So yeah.
There you
Yep,
go. There you go.
The tracks.
Yep.
The Lion is dropping the links.
Dropping the link.
Thank you, Feline. Yeah.
Thank you. Salute.
Yeah.
Salute.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a request. I mean, no pressure. I want a Goblin Girl crochet, but it will take a lot of yarn and stuff for certain parts. That is no lie.
Billy, she doesn't know what Goblin Girl even is.
Yes, I know. She knows the keychains. Is there something I'm missing? Oh, was it a keychain? Grogu?
No, they weren't. No, it's Baby
Oh my
Yoda. That's the dumbest
Baby
name
Yoda.
ever. Grogu.
I know, Baby Yoda. Okay,
That's a dumb name. It's just a dumb name. Think of a better name, and I'll
is.
call him that. But
I do agree. Actually, it is a dumb name because it's like
And-
Goo Goo, like
Luke,
Baby
did
Yoda.
you see
Oh,
the first
Monster.
Mandalorian?
Oh yeah. I watched the first season of Mandalorian. In fact, Feline and I both watched the first and I think the second season of Mandalorian, and they were pretty good. I mean, what species
What's
was
up,
Yoda? Did they ever define what species Yoda was? I mean, just call him Baby, whatever that is. I think Baby Yoda
Well-
is incorrect, and Grogu, like you said, is kind of a dumb
Well,
name.
Baby Yoda was just a name placeholder for the fans, like
Right.
because they didn't know what to call him at all.
The Child is what it was called in the
Dude.
show.
Yeah, and
It's like
what
Chosen
I
One or something.
what
No, like the Chosen One. That's something like you would call that. That's kind of what I referenced when I saw
Well,
that child.
what I
Sounds like a character from Dragon Ball Z. Yeah.
Yeah, it
Like
does.
Dende.
And it does. And it's a dumb name. But what I'm a little kicking myself about is I have it's not a Funko Pop, but it was like it's like a vinyl statue type thing or whatever
Yeah.
and it was called The Child. Like the box has
Yes.
The Child written on it. And after they revealed the name, all the products now have Grogu on it. So if I kept them in that box, it could actually be worth a little money because it says The Child and not Grogu. So
Right.
Your auntie is talking about a monster keychain.
I don't know the monster keychain. I'm sorry.
Okay, you'll have something to look forward to discuss for your family dinner.
Sure. Yeah, family dinner. She lives in Texas. But
Yes, I love Texas.
I love
Anyway.
Texas too. Back Mercenary Guild. If you
Ooh.
who's it? Oh.
No, Grogu sounds like something you'd call moldy ragu, which is
Ugh.
It's a dumb name. Yeah, if you don't want to hear anything we have to say and you want to see Luke's amazing artwork on his book, go click the link in the pinned in the top of the chat or in the description below.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Check it out. See what he's got going on there. And Luke, this is your first book.
yeah.
First
Yes,
book.
this is my first book where I've done the interiors. I've done cards, I've done bookmarks, I've done covers, and now I've done interior pages. I am unstoppable.
It's been what?
that's good.
5 years since you you've been back drawing how long? 'Cause
Yeah.
you took a hiatus.
About 5 years now. I mean, I would draw things here and there, but it wasn't until Couch Doodles that I actually started drawing seriously again around like 2019. So I guess it's about 6 years now. Been doing the YouTube thing for about 5 years now, and because of Couch Doodles and then us starting Topicless, that's the reason why I actually started drawing again.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Sure.
No.
So, Couch Doodles get started.
What?
What?
Couch Doodles, did it start pre or during the pandemic? Was that started because of the pandemic?
It was
It was
pre.
Yeah, it was.
It was a few months pre-pandemic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Because I think
Yeah.
Couch Doodle started in like September, right? August, September, somewhere in there. Because it was before October. Because then he had Fragtober. He had
Yes.
Fragtober during Couch Doodles, but he kind of started Fragtober. He had Couch Doodles before Fragtober started.
Yeah.
So,
The family
Yeah.
is in the chat now discussing the monster keychain. Talk to your mom about the monster keychain. And hello, Faith.
Mother!
She's like, I showed it to him, and he said it was too big. I have it sitting up with the baby.
She wanted me to. my family's hijacking my stream. No, she wanted me to use this keychain for when I was at the gym for my key, but it's too big. And what I do use is a Raphael keychain, and it's kind of like a mini. It's a keychain Funko. So he's got like the big head and a little body, but it's the perfect size that it's not in the way, and I know where it is. You know what I mean? I can feel it in my pocket, and then I can take it out. I know where it is. That monster keychain is just way too big for me to put in my pocket. Sure. I'd have to carry it around the entire time, and it would just be a little annoying, and I don't want to do that. I am thankful for the monster keychain. Don't get me wrong. Everybody thinks I'm ungrateful for things. Can we get back to the stream, family?
Thank you for joining us, by the way.
No.
Hijacking.
Don't thank you.
We're like,
don't thank you.
Was it derail in a good way? Mom's allowed to derail, though.
You mean making it better, says Gordon.
Okay, so wait, what? Gordon, good brother? Is that one?
Yeah, Gordon says you mean making it better.
Yeah, make it. Ooh. All right.
As long as I get the views, really, it doesn't matter.
Indeed.
Like and subscribe, everybody.
So
that's right.
Couch Noodles. So you got back into drawing.
I'm pretty sure. Like I don't, because I joined in a little later on Couch Doodles than like Luke was already watching, Pedro, Christopher John. I remember Joe Boo's Rum was there, which I never see anymore, sadly. There was like 5 or 6 people. Like that was it. Like it was like nobody. And I think you were before me though, right? So what time? Do you know when Couch Doodles kind of started?
I had been like lurking in chats for years, and I had been looking for other comic book artists that had YouTube channels, and I came across Dan Fraga, Couch Doodles, and I was like, oh shit, I remember Fraga. He did amazing stuff over at Extreme Entertainment. He did Black Flag, and he did this awesome run on Wolverine that I still fucking love to this day. I'm gonna start hanging out in his chat, and his chat was the first time I actually started like interacting, because there were only like 15, 20 people hanging out in the chat, maybe
maximum.
30.
Maximum.
It was a really small, small group of people chatting.
It was like ours.
Yeah, basically. It was a lot of fun, just nerds nerding out about comic book stuff. And then one day he just tossed the link into the chat, and I was just like, you know what? Why not? I decided to jump on there, and I didn't think I would get on the stream, and I made it on there.
Yeah, because he was going live on Instagram for the longest time, and like that's where I started watching him. And then I don't know if he had said something about YouTube when I was watching him there, or if he just stopped going and he was on YouTube, because I'd started watching like more Rogan episodes or something, and I heard about, and then so then I started watching my Couch Shoes. Oh, Stan Fraga from Instagram. So, and I love, like Luke, we've all followed these guys from the 90s, and
love their work for years.
And decades. This was a cool way to interact with them, but like never before, because before you had to write in letter pages and stuff, or like there was or go to conventions,
exactly.
Social media.
Yeah. So and like Luke said, he drops a link in the chat, and even I was the same way. I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, because you're talking to somebody that you don't idolize, but you're influenced by their art, and they were a part of your childhood. So like they told stories you read and were entertained by. What's up, Ronan?
What up, Ronan?
Your auntie's going to crochet St. Patrick's Day, so have a good day.
Crochet. All right, have fun on St. Patrick's Day getting logged up. Thank you, Andrew. So he drops the link in the chat, and like Luke said, I jumped on. Everybody started getting to know Fraga, but that's how we all got to know Dan Fraga. Yep. I don't really like to call him Dan, but he's Fraga. Fraga's Fraga. But
I mean, wait until you're in a room with him and a couple of his other brothers, and you say Fraga, and all three of them turn and look at you. You're like, Well,
I kind of view, like, we all consider Fraga a friend. Like, we do. I consider Fraga also like a teacher, so I don't call my teachers by their first name. It's just weird. Even after college professors. Even after graduation, I still call them Mr. This, Mr. That, Mrs. This.
Right.
Like, it's just to me, it's a form of respect. So to me, calling him Fraga is like he's a teacher, he's a tutor. He's instructed me in certain things, and I've learned from him.
Would you call him Mr. Boom? What do you call him? I'm just kidding.
No, his name isn't Boom.
I'm joking.
I know you are. But anyway,
Fregason, exactly, Gordon.
Frege-san. So yeah, and honestly, I think Frege is one of the, as far as art, like with Luke and me, like instructionally, like even after college, everything I've learned from Frege.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
And he's what Luke and I modeled Topicless after, and he's all heart, and that's what Luke and I love. We love comics, we love art, we love expressing ourselves through art, and we're
Yeah.
passionate about it. And that's why we did all this. That's why we did the YouTube thing. That's why we're doing what we're doing. Is because, and you based your channel around that same premise.
Yeah, I mean, I started doing live streams with the Sing Along of Doom just because I was out in the garage and I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna live stream and see who shows up.
I mean, your channel's called Death Metal Hero. You know what I mean? So it makes sense.
yeah, kind of have to.
Those
but
interviews, Luke,
what?
those interviews that you did back in the day, was that back in 19? Or was that before that? I felt like that channel was a lot like that. Your original.
All my old interviews are actually from about 20 years ago. They're from 18 years ago. 2007 is when the first string of interviews are from. Then, so we got MegaCon 2007, and then San Diego Comic Con 2007, and then MegaCon 2008, and that was the end of my interviews for last Wednesday. So yeah, those interviews are 17 and 18 years old. In 2027, that interview I did with Ethan will be 20 years old.
Oh,
Nice.
What?
Nice. Yeah, I don't have anything that old on my. Mainly because I created a YouTube channel just to watch YouTube, and like
Sure.
I never created any content. I never did anything like that for a long time. But I've had the YouTube for forever. Yeah, but yeah. So I mean, but like you did the Sing Along and Doom stuff like that. But after you got into the art scene, you started gearing everything a little more towards the art theme mixed in with the metal stuff, because even your intros and your music.
Oh yeah,
so you learned to incorporate it. Now, are you planning on doing
Cranberry?
Cranberry Langers? I know he hates that.
Langers, Team Langers.
Yeah, we like the Langers. But do you have I know now you've been doing your chrono compressions and stuff like that. Do you have more videos lined up and stuff to launch? By the way, Luke's YouTube is in the description below, so go subscribe.
And Feline also just dropped the link in the chat as well.
Thank you.
Super convenient. But yeah, I've actually got quite a few in the chamber for the chronal compression. I just got to find the right song for it. I usually try to find a song that one hopefully is copyright free, and two actually fits the theme of what I'm doing. So yeah, I've got a few of those. I'm going to re-edit some of them to the proper format to be shorts, just to get the word out there a little bit more. And I'm also thinking about doing some quick reviews of books that I've been reading, just as shorts, just because that seems to be the popular thing right now.
Not only that, I think there needs to be more positive review of books out there. You know what I mean? And like, there's nothing wrong with the negative one. I kind of would like to be like, oh, well, this book might be garbage. I kind of don't want to buy it, but I would prefer to know what is kind of good, what and why it's good. And I noticed that a lot on YouTube, especially. Like, I know Matt Burke, Metal Movies and Brewskis, he does reviews of anything, you name it, indie comics to mainstream. Like, he reviews them and talk about them. I'll give him his recommendations. Like, Zach kind of stopped doing stuff like that. He still does it now and then. Well, dude, I was using the same site he was using, and now it's down because I can't. I can't read the comics. I'm like, oh, dope! I finally have a site I could read the comics because I buy them, so it's not like I'm not to me stealing in that regard. Then I purchase the book and then I go read it on the thing, but now it's down. I can't read it.
Down meaning it's no longer available, or down like it's broken?
It's a pirate site, so it's. Yeah, so it's.
What about
there are more out there.
There's more.
Global Comics. I wonder if they have that. I mean, I know you have to.
Yeah, but that I got to pay for. And honestly, I don't want to pay twice for the same book. I just I don't mind paying for the book. I want to support the book if it's a good one.
True.
But I don't want to pay $15 to read a $7 comic. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, I can completely understand that.
Even like a subscription to like the Marvel Comics site, like I can't read it until 3 months after it comes out. So
Which is kind of ridiculous, but
it's a little ridiculous. I get it to a point. It's almost like if somebody backs Mercenary Guild and they get the PDF ahead of time. It's like, well, why do
Right.
like you know what I mean? It's like why get the physical copy now? Like I could just get the PDF. Like I can understand once the backers are done, then we release the PDF. Backers of the physical copy, they spent more money, they pay for the shipping, they can get.
right.
Kind of makes a little sense. So, yeah. What is your feeling about digital comics? How do you are you like?
I mean, I like digital comics for the fact that I can take an entire run on my tablet, and if I'm, say I'm going to visit Feline and I have a series that I'm reading currently, I can take the entire series with me and I can read it, at my leisure. I don't have to take a stack of books with me. Now, when I'm at home,
What's up, Odin?
obviously I love having physical books, but the fact that shipping is as awful as it is currently, then I think digital is a viable option for our overseas brethren and sisterin that enjoy comics and would like to help support somebody, but maybe can't afford to pay just as much for shipping as they do for the book. So
Yeah, and like I'm with you. I'm a physical. I mean, we grew up with collecting them and having like reading magazines, reading
Right.
books, reading the physical thing, and so like and there is something, and I tell everybody, even like when I upload or when you upload a drawing or anything, or even like your Copic, your marker pieces, you upload them, they look good, but when you see them in person, like dude, I have that Wraith of God ink wash piece.
Oh,
you
yeah.
did. Like
Yeah.
it looks great digital. Don't get me wrong. Like on the screen,
Right.
it looks cool. In real life, there's just something about the real print, the real image
Yes.
that you're holding, and it goes the same with comics. There's something like it just looks cooler when it's in your hand. I don't know what it is. Even with comic books, like it's crisper on the screen, but there's a weird disconnect.
And you can zoom in, obviously, but no, I don't know. It's like I don't know. It's like having something physical in your hand versus just looking at something on the screen. The screen can only replicate. It's not the actual thing. Having the actual thing in your hands will always be better. I kind of liken it to the way records have a rich, almost organic sound to them versus MP3s. MP3s are clean and they almost feel sterile. But you put a record on and you hear the pop and the sizzle and the the static and all that, and it has a richer sound. And I didn't realize that until I inherited my dad's record collection and I put on a record and I was like, oh, I get it now.
Yeah, we used to have one of them like cabinet, like record players. That
Yeah.
it's like the size of a
What up,
desk.
Edwin?
Yo,
Yes.
what's up, bass? And yeah, you put the the thing on. And yeah, you put the once you hit the needle and you hear it going, and then you hear the. It's kind of comforting. There's a weird
Yep.
like it's dude. It's like biscuits and gravy. Sorry,
Mm-hmm.
hockey, but it's comforting. It's like comfort food.
It
It
is.
feels good to hear those
Mm-hmm.
sounds, and like even like yeah, with digital to physical materials and audio, there's
Yeah.
something weird that just comes along with that sensation. Like ease of
agree.
access is great. It's fantastic. I love it. Like especially somebody who can't drive and just go get things. I love ease of access. I can go online, perfect, done, boom. I can see it,
Yeah.
I can read it, I can do whatever. But actually having a thing in my hand and like, yeah, there's something just totally different about it that a lot of people don't fully understand, especially maybe a younger generation. But yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get it. I honestly did not understand because I had heard people say about it. It has a richer sound, and I didn't understand until I listened to my dad's old records. And
Which-
yeah, it was Led Zeppelin. I know that you'll hate that, but put Black Dog on, and I was just like, oh, I
Well-
get it now.
Yeah, I don't. It's weird. You would think, like with technology and cleaning things up, like it would be like, oh, this sounds amazing. Like you would think that would be the case. Like this sounds the best it's ever gonna sound. It's like, yeah, but you haven't heard it dirty. Like you haven't heard it on a vinyl where there's
Right.
just everything is there. Like, and that's why I like the art that I like. I like art dirty. I like it has a more emotional vibe to it, a more energetic connection that I just interact with. Now I like
Mm-hmm.
clean. I love clean. I can't draw clean, but
Agree, Cranberry.
yeah, I was watching what?
Cranberry says it connects you with a creator and her work, and then Citizen says it can sound too clear.
Well, it
Yeah.
sounds sterilized.
It sounds
Yeah,
it sounds overly clean. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
bleached out almost. And like I was watching, I'm not going to name the names. I was watching a channel, and an artist was on, and he had a piece that he was like, I just sketched this out, real quick. This isn't what I'm really going to have. And it looks so good because it was just dirty and gritty and energetic. And he showed the other piece, it was good. It was super tight and clean. But I'm like, that other one was way better. Like, I understand it was a sketch. I understand it's really not what you fully wanted.
Right.
And there was just something to it, like that just had more of an emotional part to it. I don't know what, I don't know why. Like your work, very clean, very tight. I wish I could do it, and I love it. Like that's what I'm saying.
Thank
I
you.
love both of them. It's. But that to me is like music. Like I don't like Led Zeppelin, whatever. But I do have a wide variety of taste. I
Yeah.
like the blues. I like metal. I like classical. Like
Yep.
I have a wide berth of taste in that I enjoy. So, and what are some of the like I said, your style is very. What are I know your influences? People watching now may not watch for somehow. I have no idea how. May
Right.
not watch Topicless or anything like that. Like, what are some of your influences of when you were growing up and what you really drew from and inspired you?
Stuff that inspired me. I mean, the X-Men 1, 2, and 3 by Jim Lee and Chris Claremont. I mean, I those were the only 3 comics I had when I was up visiting my grandparents one summer in Indiana, and I just read those 3 books over and over and over again, and that's really what made me think, man, I would love to do this. I want to draw comics. But I mean, growing up reading John Romita Sr. His and Stan Lee's Spider-Man. I mean, that was my Spider-Man. One of the first comics I was ever given by my dad was a Spider-Man like digest size, and it was reprints of the classic John Romita Sr. and Stan Lee Spider-Man stuff. So that was the Spider-Man I grew up with, and that's what they used, I think, for the Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends cartoon. That was like the basis because that looks like Romita Sr.'s Spider-Man on screen.
To it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that, I mean, John Byrne, another early, name that I recognized, Arthur Adams. Like Arthur Adams, I distinctly remember reading it was an X-Men annual number 12. The X-Men are in Australia. They're in the outback. And, they've got Rogue is in her green jumpsuit with the gigantic hair.
Dude, I love that
you got
gigantic hair that Rogue had back then.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And, Colossus on the team, Dazzler, Longshot, Storm is leading the group, and Wolverine, and just, I remember paying attention to the artwork in that book and just being like, wow, this is amazing. And then actually starting to pay attention to the names of people that were working on the book. And that's when I really started paying attention to the artists. And that's when I started noticing John Byrne and Jim Lee and Mark Silvestri and, Wills and then later on when Wildstorm happened, J. Scott Campbell doing Gen 13.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And then Danger Girl. Danger Girl is still one of my favorite books to
Dude,
this day. Just
Danger
because
Girl is
you
so
go
good.
through that, you can see the absolute excitement and fun and energy that J. Scott Campbell was putting into those pages. He was having a fucking blast when he
Yeah.
started that book.
Oh, yeah.
By issue 7, you could tell that, the fun had kind of left because, the overhead and the business aspect of it and late deadlines and all that shit was getting to him. But, I mean, it's still a great book from beginning to end, but there's a reason why he never went back to draw any more Danger Girl.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
Danger Girl is fantastic. Like you said, and like even with certain titles like Silvestri with
Agreed,
Wolverine and
Ronan.
X-Men and J. Scott Campbell, Danger Girl, Sam Keith doing the Mac. You can tell these
Yeah.
people are having fun
Yes.
doing these things. They're really like it's almost like that thing that goes like, I'm drawing comics. This is great. Like this,
I get paid to do
I get
this.
paid to do this. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
This is fantastic.
Right?
Yeah. So what, Angela?
What?
I was just laughing. I was enjoying your conversation.
How dare you enjoy our conversation? So yeah, you can, and that's what a lot of like, yeah, granted, like you said, the business aspect, and there's going to be times like, oh, I hate drawing all these stupid buildings or something stupid.
Make money.
You guys make money?
No, Shelby. We were talking. No, Shelby. We were talking about Mark Silvestri.
Yeah.
J. Scott Campbell.
Jim Lee, John Byrne.
They make money. We don't make squat. But here's
We were talking about, people that we like that actually make money, that are having fun doing what they're doing.
Odin is actually enjoying the conversation, so
Odin's allowed. Odin's allowed to enjoy it. You're not. No. But this is what I was getting at. Like you and I we really don't make money doing this. So there's a fun love aspect that comes along to it. Like you have to love in the indie scene, especially if you're not a pro that worked in the mainstream or have a reputable name where you can fall back on and be like, hey, we need a fallback job. So this takes a lot of time out of your day. You gotta love doing it, and you have to have fun doing it. But like I was saying, there's plenty of times when I'm drawing like, oh, I gotta draw 429 million leaves, or like you drawing 426 billion bricks. Like it's like, I gotta draw all these. Like, oh, this is like sometimes it's not fun, but
I wouldn't even say it's not necessarily not fun. It's just it gets a little tedious doing those. It's time consuming. That's why when inking, I will throw on an audiobook and it just kind of takes me away, and I just sink into the kind of zen out doing all those bricks and adding the detail. And thank you, baby, I appreciate that. But yeah, just kind of drawing, kind of zoning out, zenning out, finding that rhythm is crucial during those points, because it's not always super fun.
No,
drawing the tedium is not fun.
And you just said a key, like getting in that rhythm, that zen space. And one thing that I hate is like I'll get into that zen space, and then I get a phone notification, and it just like I'm like, oh. Like there it goes, because I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's YouTube. I don't know if it's a text message. I don't know if somebody's saying, "Hey, I've fallen and can't get up." I don't know what that is, so I kind of have to check it just to make sure everything's copacetic. Because I live in one little itty bitty room, and I have people that live everywhere else, and you never know what's going to pop up.
Black ass.
So it's like, that zen is important. So like I'll tell my friends, or my mom knows. Like she'll even like, I'm sorry. Like I know you're drawing. Like. If they come in and because they know I'm in my little zone, I'm in my bubble, I'm doing my work, but I'm focused.
Good idea, Gordon.
I'm tuned into the universe of the muse, and
focus.
You're focused. There's something. It's a weird place we get into as artists, I think, and not just comic artists, but artists in general. Like you tap into this reserve that is just there, and I know it sounds a little hippity dippity, but it's a little true.
No, it's literally a flow state.
Yeah, it's musicians, it's visual artists, it's well, maybe not writers, they're just hacks. But
Isabel.
Sorry, Odin.
Hey, Ray.
Yo, what's up, Ray?
There's a certain few exceptions to the rule.
There's a couple except maybe. We'll let a few slide under the radar, I guess. But
what's up, Ray?
Yeah, we got Ray in the chat. What's going on, man? So
what the hell he says?
So, like, what are some of the challenges then that you face whenever you're working on something? Like I said, like I just said, like even a text message kind of throws me off. But like, what are some of the challenges that you face when, like, this is your first book? So, what were some of the hurdles you had to overcome?
Well, I mean, when I'm here, because when I'm here now, where I'm at now, I'm helping my mom take care of my grandmother. So, hearing her shuffling around out there, or dropping her cane, or something crashes, or the front door opens for some inexplicable reason in the middle of the day.
Oh no!
Yeah, so I've got to keep an ear out, for what's going on out there. I mean, and thankfully we've got a camera on the front porch, so I can I can see if she goes out front, because one day I was outside and I found her cane outside for some reason. It had been missing for a few days, and I was just big mystery. I had no idea. So we got a camera on the porch now, and there's a camera in the house as well to keep an eye on her. I'm not super comfortable with cameras in the house, but it is very helpful to be able to keep an eye on her. Yeah. But that's really the biggest challenge. I do some landscaping around here to help my mom as well. And sometimes sometimes it's a good thing because it forces me to stop sitting and stand up and go do something and then come back.
Very important.
Yeah.
If you're even just your health to get up and standing desks are good. I don't know if you guys can stand and draw, but
I've been thinking about getting a standing desk.
Yeah, Walter Simonson has one. Yeah. I've seen him standing and working on pieces. So yeah.
I've taken to, like, when I will make my my lunch, like my one meal a day, I've actually taken, because I sit so often, I will literally just stand at the kitchen counter and eat my lunch just because I sit all the time. Right. So, take the opportunity to stand a little bit.
Well, I'm fortunate. My job involves me walking back, and also, like, I tell everybody, like, and you're right. Like, we're sitting constantly. Always do. Even if I wasn't at that's why I go to the gym 3 days a week. Like, really, all you need to do is, even if you go out and walk around, if you live in a nice enough place that you
can. Play goal,
friend. I was just hanging out with Playgirl in the pit. Hopefully he's driving safely. But yeah, so that's why, like, even if you have a night, like, nice enough outside, or you walk for like 15 minutes every other day or so, like, get something kind of. I'm like, Luke. We joke around all the time with the aspartame and stuff like that. Right. And they're jokes. They are jokes, except for the aspartame. That's real. Drink it every day. But no, I do believe in some kind of maintaining your physical well-being, because without a healthy body, you don't have a healthy mind, and you can't output healthy things. So, and I kind of, like Luke, we do have a more positive outlook on our channels and what we do. We want that positivity. Well, not only that, man. If we are outputting positive things, like, hey, this is cool, this is a good art, this is how you do this, like, not just saying, like, oh, be kind to your friends. Yeah, sure, be kind, whatever, I'm not. But, like, just positive things in that regard. Like, you can make a comic if you want to make a comic. It's never too late. Stuff like that.
Right.
It fuels other people to be positive, and it's a domino effect at that point.
I agree.
Like, we listen to metal, and most people will be like, oh, metal's all about anger and frustration. It's like, well, yeah, but that's why I'm not angry.
It's about catharsis. Thank you very much.
It is.
There have been many studies that have actually shown people that listen to heavy metal, death metal, they're actually much more well-adjusted, and they're, a little more low-key.
My
believe it or not.
My friend sent me a Facebook reel or whatever, and it's this guy listening to metal, like, and he's at the drive-thru. He's like, "Yeah, I'll take 2 coffees, please." And then he pulling up to the checkout window, and he's like, "Oh, is that? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, thank you. Yeah, cheers, thank you." And the driver, like, that's how it is, though.
Yeah,
like, just pretty because much. Most metalheads that I know are people also who draw, like, darker things or anything like that. Nice, super nice people, because they're getting that anger, that frustration, that tension out in another format, and not releasing it on people. So and
I saw this clip today of, like, a Chinese school of kids, and they were rocking out to. It was like during, I don't know what their days are like and how long, but it was almost like the teachers are in the front doing all these arm motions, and the kids are, like, basically mimicking her.
Yeah, but I think that's more of a audio. Somebody put a metal clip over that. So I've seen that before. Yeah.
What's up, Silver?
We were seriously rocking it out, and I was very impressed. Hey,
What's up, Silvar? No, it is funny to see, though. You're right. It looks like they're going in rhythm with it. And one thing I've always liked, like, I think I've told Luke this and stuff, like, the Irish line dancing, whatever. I always forget what it's called. You put river dance. You put river dance to metal music. It looks like they're going right in step. It's perfect. It's so fantastic.
I gotta watch that. That's
now
awesome.
you said you mainly listen to audiobooks when you draw. You also listen to music. Like when I'm around drawing is music, because I can't do audiobooks. I don't know what it is. I have to, because there's a focus that I have whenever, even if it's cross hatching. Like, I have
pencils. I find when I'm penciling or when I'm laying out a page, because that's the heavy lifting of making a comic book is taking the script or the description or whatever it is you have and turning that into panels that make sense one after the other leading into the next page coming from the previous page. That's the mental heavy lifting of comics to me. Once that is done and it's just on to me, detailing it out and then inking it, that's when I can listen to audiobooks. That's when I can put on like a tutorial video or something like that and listen to somebody talk about something. And that's when I'll listen to a podcast or something like that. But when I'm doing the actual penciling of the page, like laying out the page, it's got to be music. It's got to be music, and sometimes it's got to be music with no lyrics in it, just because it allows me to zone in better. It helps me think. Very often I'll listen to a lot of stuff that is what I like to call instrumental, which is just it's basically prog metal with no lyrics. Stuff like Animals as Leaders or John 5 or Chimp Spanner, Buckethead.
Got a few things, yeah.
But yeah, it's stuff like that. Angel Vivaldi, another one that I really fucking love. I love that that fucking 7-string drop D fucking just prog metal. I guess another name for it is Degent. And it's just fucking just insane, crazy, fucking heavy metal. I love it. I'll throw that on in the background, and it just kind of helps me focus in on what I'm doing. And sometimes it's synthwave.
Yeah, well, I mean, and like you said, there's something with that, like, because I do that when I'm writing. It's mainly classical that I'll put on whenever I'm writing, because there's no words. If there's words, they're going to flow into the page maybe or influence what I'm doing. With music, because even classical goes from like, upbeat stuff to like a slow, almost metal-ish, like
very dirgy,
downturn, dirty. Yeah, so that's why I like putting on classical, is that the mood.
What up, Tank?
Tank Fair, what's going on, man? Dope stuff. Everybody go follow Tank on Twitter. And something that I like to talk about that I'm sure all 20 people watching right now like and subscribe may not really care to hear. What's your process? What are the materials you like to use when creating this book? What was your tools, your weapons of choice? Like, what did you do?
Well, for this book, I did all digital. It's 100% digital. So this was my weapon of choice. My Huion canvas that I bought. So this drawing tablet that I have, I bought this drawing tablet with my stimulus check back when the pandemic was first kicking off, and honestly, one of the best investments I ever made was this damn drawing tablet. It has more than paid for itself with all the work that I've been able to do and the way I've been able to build skills to do this work. Learning how to color. I mean, I'm not anywhere near Billy Basco or Ink Spots, but competent enough to make prints for myself.
Right.
But yeah, normally what I would prefer to do, like if it were, when it's my book, I'm going to pencil digitally, blue line it, then print it out, and then ink it traditionally. And when I ink traditionally, these are my weapons of choice right here.
Yeah.
Brushes and quills. So got the deleter right here, which is good for larger figures and thicker lines. And then I've got my 107 Crow Quill right here. Yeah, and these are my favorite. I like the 107s a lot better than the 102s, just because this has more spring to it.
I like the 102s. I like the 102s.
Yeah, see, these are stiffer. The 102s are just too flimsy.
Dude, I break so many 102s, it's ridiculous. Yep.
You might want to try a 107. That might hold up to you a little better. But yeah, doing ink wash. These are for laying down, big areas of ink wash. Then you got smaller brushes to do, different things. I mean, of course, where is it? Where's my trusty, this is my favorite brush, and it is really good. This brush is 20 years old. Actually, no, this brush is older than that. This brush is older than any of my my interviews. I think I got this in 2005. Nice. So yeah, I guess it is 20 years old. I got this up in New Hampshire when I was working at a comic shop. Dude that was an inker gave me this brush, but it's a Raphael number 3 round. They do not make brushes like this anymore. All of them are synthetic, and they do not have the same feel. This is actual sable foxhair brush. And it has been a trusty brush for many years, but as you can see, it is starting to fall apart. It is old.
Yeah, after a while you go.
Yeah,
no matter how much you take care of them. Yeah.
So I got a new one. This is a Princeton Velvet Touch. It's about the closest I've been able to find so far, and it's a pretty decent brush, but it's not the same. It's not the same. But yeah, this is what I prefer to ink with traditionally.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, see, and like I said, that is something that I always like to learn about artists and what they utilize because, as you know, I use both digital and physical whenever I'm doing stuff, and I also find it depends on what I'm working on at the time. Sometimes I'll just do a straight up digital thing because not speed or anything. I just think like I can actually do a tighter piece maybe with how I work, but I think it's very important if you do digital and traditional. Make it look like so you can't tell which one is which. Like try your best to have it as like, is this digital or traditional? As the person, like if Angela saw it, she wouldn't know.
I have no idea.
Well, that's what I'm saying though. Some people like usually sometimes you can tell. Like if it's insanely clean, you're like, yeah, this is obviously digital. Like there's no way. That's why I also do like a dirtier look because it's like this is traditional. But like you said, Luke's. With your stuff, it's you do it very well. Where it looks like those pages in Mercenary Guild could very well have been traditional.
Thank you,
and you would have been able to do it too. So yeah,
that's what I was going for. It took me a little while. Like I was hesitant to do all digital. Like I said, I wanted to do digital pencils and then traditional inks. But because this is being published by Shattermare Comics. Gross. Squatch Sax bristles. Ew.
Okay.
Because this is being published by Shattermare, Brian wanted the ability to make edits, and it's easier to do edits with digital than it is traditional. So it took me a little bit to find a digital brush that actually mimicked, that mimicked the traditional feel for what I do. What's up, Drawn Sword?
He says, nice. That's interesting. You find the 107 more flexible.
No, I find the 107 stiffer. I can get a better line with it. I find the 102s too flexible. But yeah, I like the 107s much better. Drawn Sword.
And I'm a 102 guy. I just because I tried like Frega recommended the 104s. I can never get them to work. I just can't get them.
I haven't been able to find any 104s.
I get them, but I just can't get them to work. If I can find the ones that I had, I'll send them to you. But I can never get those things to work. So I'm like, I don't know what Frega's doing that gets these to even work. So the 102s, I also do like the zebra manga nibs that they have out. Those are nice too. But they're easy to get. They're everywhere, and it's just something that it's nice to have in your tool bank.
Plus, for sharing it.
Yeah, those. Yeah.
Deleters are pretty good too. That the yellow thing that I showed. These have a nice thick. They can do a thick line. So if you're working on a bigger piece, these are the ones to go with.
Yeah. What did Shelby say, Angela?
Series 7 Winsor Newton brushes are my favorite for outlines, but the brush is so nice it feels wrong to ink it up.
Yeah, when I was able to use a brush for detailing and stuff, I did use Series 7 number 2. I actually like the Da Vinci brushes. I like Da Vinci a lot. They make a really good brush. Da
Vinci's are good.
Yeah. Yep. So, and that was one of my main tools was a Da Vinci brush. Back whenever I could actually crosshatch with them. Like I was actually getting very good, and then the eyes started going too far, and I couldn't do it anymore. But yeah, no, and I like digital. It's like especially for cost value. Digital is definitely good if you can't afford, because dude, it gets expensive paying for inks and nibs and all this other stuff, like especially the ink. If I go through ink crazy. I go through ink like crazy, dude. So with digital, if you pay a monthly fee or get Rebel, it's a good program. Pay one-time fee, you're good. Or there are plenty of apps that are great. So digital is definitely more affordable in the long run, but there's nothing you get to me than doing a traditional piece, pen to paper, getting that energy in there, and just getting dirty, like quote unquote dirty. Like it's right. Not everybody gets dirty. But
Dean James says hi.
What's up, Dean?
What up, Dean?
Good to see
Luke
you.
always looks for the older nibs online, and don't tell me you can't find them because I have.
I'll take a look. I haven't been able to find the 104s anywhere. Maybe I'm just not looking.
It's been a while since I've looked for 104s.
It's been a while since I've looked for them too.
Because like I said, I can't get them to work, so I stopped. I was like, I don't know what Frigg is doing. I know those were his jam, and I was like, I was trying to get what he recommended, and I'm like, I gotta stick with my 102s.
His son James.
Oh well, hello James.
That makes more sense. I'm like, what is? Let me just come in the chat. Hi James.
Hi, James. Well, hi, Dean James, also. Why not?
Yeah, James. He's watching, or in a future date, he might watch.
Whatever.
This
You know,
Right.
I like Dean. He's a good dude.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Cool.
But no, it's like that's one thing I just love traditional, and I tell everybody, especially if you're learning how to draw or do artwork in general, not just drawing, because comics are art. I don't care what anybody has to say. Whenever you're learning art, learn traditional first, then go digital. Then
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
yeah, the transference there, the learning curve, it's so much easier. It's just this. And
Oh yeah, well, I mean, you can apply the skills you learn traditionally to digital, and it helps you get that feeling better, and then you can add all the cool little extra bells and whistles that digital allows you to do. But getting that base, that core skill set down, drawing traditional, I think is the way to go. And I think that people should start drawing in ballpoint pen. Use a ballpoint pen like a pencil, and you can't erase. So don't fucking worry about it. Just draw.
Love ballpoint pen. I did a lot of ballpoint pen when I was working at Michael's at the register, and yeah, you can get so many different I don't know, but okay, the best ballpoint pens that I ever used were the generic Bic ones, like.
Like the cheap buy a pack of 20 for $5.
Yeah, dude, I could get the best values out of those that I could out of high end ballpoints that are like. I'm like, man, these are just they lay in too thick immediately. I'm like, I don't want that.
No, see, I love these the zebras. Yeah, the zebras. I guess they're the 103s or something like that. Yeah,
yeah. See,
these things are fucking great. I absolutely love these, and you can refill them. You can get refills for these.
No, those are good. Yeah, if you could work with what you can work with, but
Zebra 301s. That's what this is. Yep.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, hey, people can give them a shot, but I just really like the Bics. I don't know what it is. I just love the cheap, generic garbage. And then not only that, what I also like is if somebody using like a cheaper thing to make an amazing looking piece. People have this misconception. I gotta buy the best, biggest, most expensive thing, the name brand, and I'll be the best ever. It's like, well, no. You could use like Frege even inked a piece with a twig and some ink, and he did some inking because you don't. Now there are some materials that you do need to have like watercolor paper. You kind of want a good watercolor paper,
right? And that's just to handle the water, the moisture.
Right, and there are certain things, but you could, dude, I was in college, and I tell the story every now and then. I was in college, forgot my watercolors at home. I went across the street to Walgreens, picked up a Disney princess watercolor set, came back to college and started doing looks identical. So, yeah. It was, I was like, it cost me $2. Like, yeah, so... you can use anything you need. It's the skill set is what you got to have. In order to get that skill set, you got to work. You got to put in the time. You got to,
And regardless of your method, comics are art and literature.
I agree.
Expressive literature. See, we can all agree. Writers and artists can come to agreement on something.
I mean, sometimes the artist is the writer, and clearly the highest of the high when it comes to the hierarchy of comic book creators.
But if you notice, they're an artist first. Writer.
Hey, sometimes when I'm writing, I literally write by drawing pictures. Like, not even worrying about panel size placement, page placement, and all that. Storyboarding out what's happening sometimes is easier than writing it out.
You're drawing it.
Yeah.
No,
pictures worth 1,000 words.
No, actually, that's mainly how I work when I'm working on my own thing. I draw the pages first, and I'm thinking in my head, obviously, of the story, what they may be saying, and then I go in and write the dialogue later. So that's how I pretty much generally do work, is I lay out the entire thing first. Yes. And it helps me tell the story later on. Like, I just think better visually, and then once that's all set in, I can then go in and just like put in the dialogue to me. And when I joke around, but to me, the writing part of it is the dialogue part. And I understand there's more to writing in that. I'm not getting into this whole debate, whatever. I know people create worlds out there, but the writing is the dialogue part when I say writing. I know there's more.
Right. Yes.
Shut up, everybody. But you know what? There's more also.
What's up, Dave?
In a small war-ravaged town on a remote island, an evil once thought banished still lurks deep within the land and is reawakening. In this slowly healing community torn between two factions, An outcast band of adventurers strive to rebuild their lives and make this island their new home. As darkness encroaches upon the weary citizens, only the Mercenary Guild stands in its way. Join the guild at themercenaryguild.com to receive an exclusive Elven Sorceress trading card.
I shared it. What happened? Did you unshare it? I think you clicked the button, Angela. Does anybody else want to talk over the trailer? Ridiculous.
Sorry about that. I thought I had more time.
No.
Did I say something?
I had to get more coffee.
No. What do you want to say, Angela? What?
Did I say words? I'm sorry.
Yeah, why are you saying words?
I don't know.
Don't say words.
Tate Prime and
Tate
Cali
Prime.
Comics. Well,
Yo, what's up,
here.
Tate? What's going
Cali
on,
Comics?
man?
What's up?
So,
Welcome to the
Luke,
chat.
Yes.
like and
Okay.
subscribe, everybody, if you're new. Tell us about the Mercenary Guild.
Well, as the trailer said, a small remote island that has a town that's been war ravaged. There has been, as in a lot of fantasy worlds, sometimes you have like goblin wars and trolls and sorcerers, and they wreak havoc. And war is hell. So the town of Saltport is recovering from a war that happened a while ago, but they're still rebuilding this town. I mean, it's just ravaged. And Saltport is a haven of miscreants and those that are just trying to get away and live there, make a way for themselves. And the Mercenary Guild are doing the same thing. They're trying to eke out an existence in this war-ravaged town, and an evil that was theoretically banished from the land, that was beaten back, is now starting to reemerge, and little outskirt towns are being destroyed. Kids are being kidnapped, and that's what you see in the first 5 pages of Mercenary Guild is goblins raiding the outskirts of Saltport, and doing what goblins do, murdering, pillaging, and being rather goblin-like. Thanks, Tank. I appreciate that, man. Had a lot of fun working on this, especially that 2-page spread right there. The goblin up on the roof of the building, dangling the kid by his ankle, is probably my favorite. Yes, Cali Comics, goblins are assholes, and that's exactly what they are in this book.
Unless you're a girl,
Snowden
that's
agrees.
a goblin.
Goblinette.
Goblin girl.
I mean,
What do you call
she'd
it?
probably
Goblin
murk all these goblins, to be honest with you.
She would murk all the goblins.
She'd be like, what the fuck's wrong with all of you? You're terrible.
No, I saw you. I remember you
So-
drawing this. You were having a lot of fun whenever you were doing this. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, it came out
cool.
dope. Came out sick. Who's the
Thank you.
colorist? Who's the colorist? on this?
W. Frank Walk.
Yeah, he compliments you great, man. Does a good job.
Yeah, no, Frank did a great job on this book. He made these pages sing, and I had a lot of fun working with him. He's a good dude. Goes by Pigmacast on X. He's also got a YouTube channel by the same name. And yeah. Oh, see, Feline's already dropped his link for his link tree. Thank you, Feline. Yeah, he's a great dude. Did a great job on these colors. Really happy with the way things turned out, and really easy to work with. So yeah, he's a good dude.
When working on this, the collaboration part of it, did you have a lot of collaboration with him? Like, did you talk to him? Hey, man, is that what you kind of knew, or just like, hey, you drew it and he just colors it? Like, was there like that?
I mean, there's collaboration, especially the first maybe 8 like the first 8 pages here. Getting things dialed in, like that middle panel right there with the bad guy launching the skull. We were talking about how to make the power look, because it's a death spell basically, and I drew the skull like that, like it's coming out screaming, and I asked him to invert the skull there so it looks like it's sucking in the light and then but glowing the green. So yeah, he did a great job. He took the notes wonderfully and made it work.
Nice.
Really happy with the way all this stuff turned out.
Yeah. One thing I've always said, I've noticed and have said, is I see a lot of Drew Hayes in your work, a lot of
Yes.
Poison Elves influence in it. So yeah, it's and if you don't know, Poison Elves very indie, very underground, and very cool. So it definitely fits, especially with this D&D comic. Like, yeah, exactly. It definitely, especially with this D&D comic, like that style definitely does fit,
Yes.
in this element. So yeah.
Yeah, Drew is a huge influence, especially like with the inking tack that I took with this book, using like a lot of these type of lines, the texture, a lot of the texture, because Poison Elves was a purely black and white book, no color. Drew actually didn't really believe in color in comics. He felt like that it was a crutch for bad artists. Or it could be used as a crutch. Right. But yes, a lot of the hatching, the cross hatching, the texture comes from my my enjoyment of Drew Hayes' work on Poison Elves.
Yeah. No, like I said, I could see it in there. It's not.
Thank
like
you.
You're copying Drew, but I could see the influence that he had on you. And like I said, it fits with this D&D type book. And also, one thing I really love, and I know this is a weird compliment, but dude, the buildings, the town scenes that you make, they're great. They're very atmospheric.
Thanks, man.
You make a nice setting. Like no stone unturned. You do. It's great work there. And I'm like, I'm not about to do all that.
Honestly, that was the part that I was most apprehensive about, I guess, because I've been drawing people for fucking ever, drawing figures, drawing superheroes and whatnot. But as a kid, you draw characters just they're kind of like floating in space. You don't really worry about like putting them in a scene with buildings around and actually making sure that they are walking on the ground or whatever. So yeah, this was the part that I was a little bit trepidatious about, and I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I feel like I learned a lot working on this. Thank you, old dirty fatty.
Yeah,
and thank you, Cali Comics. I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, appreciate it. And who's the creative team? Also, the rest of the creative team on this book.
Well, we've got William J. Headline, who is the writer, and this is based on it's not necessarily a tabletop RPG, but a forum RPG from back in the day on AOL. So you'd have to type in your descriptions of what you're doing and all that stuff. So you really had to. It's really theater of the mind. There was no pictures to go along with. Super sequential. Thank you. I appreciate that, Tate. Thank you. I had a lot of fun with this.
Yeah.
Hey, sometimes you just draw them there. We all float down here. Exactly.
We all float down here. Oh no.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is based off of his forum RPG adventures, and then when he stopped playing, he had these characters kicking around in his head, and he decided to tell a story with it. He wrote, "Thank you, baby." He decided to write a novelette of these characters, and then he took that story and then went to Brian at Shattermare. And was like, hey, I'd like to get this turned into a comic book. Do you think this would work? And Brian's like, yeah. So they kind of retooled the novelette down to something that resembles more of a comic book script. I got to read the novelette, which is good, but there's a lot of extra stuff in there that, you put like descriptors that you put in for a novel. Right. That you don't put into a comic book. They transformed it into a comic script, and I actually had a lot of freedom when putting the pages together. Nice. They would tell me the things that they wanted done, and then I would make sure that those things fit within the certain number of pages. And sometimes we would have to add a page or two here and there. So,
right.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Morb? There it is, William. That's William Morb.
That's the right.
That is the writer. These are based on his forum RPG adventures.
Yeah. So it's Will, it's you, and then Frank the colorist.
Yep.
So it's those are the main three on the book, and then
we got Eric Weathers doing the letters for this book. Yeah, we got the Weatherman doing the letters for this book.
Don't forget that name. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And I've seen some of the stuff that he's done for like the black and white pages, and the letters look fantastic. I mean, it's Eric Weathers. I mean, if you want your letters to look good, you have Eric Weathers do it. And for sure.
How many pages?
This first issue is 24 pages. We got 2 more issues in this story that are going to be, I think, about 26 pages each, for a total of around like 76, 78 pages, something like that.
Nice.
Yep. And then there's gonna be a trade afterwards. So yeah.
Nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, and
Wow,
so
very
you got
cool.
that, and then you said it's gonna be 3 issues overall.
Yep.
And then how much of the book is done?
The first issue is done, and we're going to get started on the second issue here
So-
shortly.
So you get back this, and you're gonna get it.
Oh
You're
yeah,
gonna get
yeah.
it.
This book is
like,
done.
it's
The
done.
first issue is done.
Look at that.
Nice.
Like
Hey.
pencils and inks are done, colors are done, and I do believe that Eric Weathers has even finished the letters on this. Yep.
Well, he is
So,
quick.
yeah.
He is quick,
Yeah.
and he's good. So yeah.
Yeah, he is.
All right. Well, awesome. Let's go over everybody's favorite part: the tiers.
The tears.
The tiers. So you have the feature tier,
Done.
which is just the book, right?
Yeah, that's what you're looking at right there. The cover A. That's going
A.
to be the main cover for all of the books. That's the cover A, and then the variant cover for this book for this campaign on Indiegogo. If you scroll down, is the Bane. That is going to be the exclusive cover for Indiegogo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there is
So
a
that's,
digital tier. I passed up, so there's a digital
Yeah.
tier. You get that, yeah. And so that's a variant. Let's see, issue 1 variant. There you go. And that's
That is correct.
That's a couple bucks more, but hey, worth it. Worth it. It's a dope
Yeah.
cover, and like you said, it's exclusive, so that's why you got that little bit of an upcharge.
Yep.
Because it's a collector's item. Be worth
Well, they're
Millions.
obviously they're going to print more of cover A because
Well,
it's going to
right,
be
it's-
on
well,
Indiegogo.
Well, as you said, this is limited to Indiegogo, so they're only going to print so many. So yeah, it's like I said, it's a rarer.
What's up, Pale Rider?
Rarer. What's up, Bill? Right?
Rarer.
It's a
Rarer. Yes.
rarer version.
Words are hard.
So, yeah. So no, words are sometimes they're difficult to say. They're easier to
Sometimes.
write, but
That's true.
yeah, if you're a writer, it's
That's
very
right.
easy.
Indeed.
So no, that's dope. You also have cover A and cover A version.
Yep. Without the trade dress, so without the logo.
So you
Yep.
get all your artwork in all its glory. Nice. I like that. And then you have all 3 covers or trade covers. What is that? Bundle?
So
Okay.
that's the trade dress covers bundle, so you can get both
Okay, so
cover
this
A
is-
and the exclusive
Right.
cover.
And it doesn't include
in that
the version
bundle.
then. Okay,
Yeah.
I gotcha. And
Yep.
then MG1 variant.
So that would
cover.
be that'll be just the Bane
the-
kind of
the
wanted
trade-
poster.
Oh, the exclusive and the virgin.
Well, no, that's without the trade dress on the
Oh.
the Bane cover. Yeah, so it'll just be that image of Bane. I
Oh.
think looking like it's on the parchment paper. I believe is what they're going
that's
to
kinda
do.
cool.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Spiffy. I like that. I didn't know about that one. Virgin cover bundle. Okay, nice. All in
Yep,
one.
so you can get both of them.
Nice. Retailer. It's always good to have a retailer tier. Yeah.
And this is actually a pretty cheap retailer tier. So you can get, I think it's 10 of them for $48. Yeah, 10
Yeah.
copies of Mercenary Guild issue 1 with the main cover for less than $50. You know,
That's
I
crazy.
mean, yeah, that's a pretty damn good deal. So you can sell them for full cover price at the store, and you're getting a
Yeah.
hell of a deal.
Well, and that's why I like retailer bundles. Not only that, if you live overseas, it's also easier to get a few of your friends to chip in for the shipping because it's just crazy, and then you can have a physical copy over a digital copy. So it's nice to have retailer bundles, and it is good that they're discounted because I think retailer bundles should have a little bit of a discount to them. Issue 1, metal cover A.
Yes, going to be doing, the actual cover of the book is going to be metal. When
death metal.
Shattermare, right?
Yeah.
When they did Hardly Heroes, they did wood etched covers, and for this, since the logo looks kind of like molten iron, which is what we were going for. William sent me a little drawing of the idea he had for the logo. I found a font that was similar and then tweaked it to look like the drawing that he sent me, and then I added the swords and then made it look like made the letters look like they were molten metal.
Yeah, it's
kind of leaning into that whole Iron Age thing, and just kind of seemed to fit. Like it was just fresh off the forge, basically.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why they decided to do metal covers, and I think Shadowhawk actually got is the first one to get that.
There's only 9 more left, so get on that.
That is correct.
Barb said that there will be other covers available on Kickstarter and Fund My Comic.
That is correct. Yep.
Nice. You got an ultimate bundle, so I'm assuming that's like everything.
Yes, that is the Ultimate Collector Bundle.
Does this include the metal cover? Do you know?
I do not think so.
I don't think so. At the price point, I don't see how it could.
Yep.
But at the price point, you're still getting a great value for all the covers. Yeah.
And that one also includes a Mercenary Guild tee.
Ooh.
T-shirt. Yep.
Nice. That's a good logo to have on a T-shirt. Yeah.
Let's
and then
see.
what's this one?
That is Be Drawn into Issue 2 of the book.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Woohoo.
So we know that, and if you back that, you do get a copy of the first book, right?
Oh yes, of course.
So.
I would be very upset with Brian if he did that and did not give the person the copy of the book.
You can be drawn into the next one, but you don't get that first one.
You get nothing this time.
Good day, sir.
Nice.
I said good day.
I said good day. And then we have an original art tier. So is this the thing, or have you discussed yet anything else about this?
Well, what this would be is me taking a page that's already done. I mean, the book is done, right? We would give you the option of whatever page you wanted, and then I would print it out, blue line, and then I would ink it traditionally. So just be aware that this will be a 1 of 1, but it's not what's actually going to be in the comic. I want to make that perfectly clear to everybody. The book is already done. It's already been colored, and it's getting ready to go to the printer. But this is an opportunity to get a piece of artwork from the book of the I will literally print it out, blue line, and ink it.
Yeah, there will be live ink on it. Yeah.
Yes.
Hold on.
Digital printed out and then inked is what I did for Nicole, the Elven Sorceress. This is the exclusive trading card that you will get if you signed up for the Mercenary Guild. I believe you can still jump on the mailing list before you back the book, and you will get this card. So yeah, this is Nicole, the Elven Sorceress.
Yeah, that's cool.
And she will be an exclusive trading card, but there will be a trading card for Zeth, which is the sorcerer, the wizard, I guess, for Mercenary Guild. And then we've also got, this is actually, I think, going to be for sale on one of the campaigns. I feel like it should be on this one, considering this is the exclusive Indiegogo cover. But yeah, this is Bane doing the whole I want you, Uncle Sam thing. This is Bane, the card.
Nice.
Thank you, baby.
I love that. Nice cod piece.
I don't know that he's wearing a codpiece.
I'm just kidding.
But yeah, this is Bane doing his best warrior stance. And then this is the cover, the main cover. Again, all of this drawn digitally and then printed out and inked traditionally. So you can see, what the quality of the work is going to get.
Yeah.
This is actually the line work that is used for the cover.
Why isn't the cover on the campaign for sale?
I do not know.
Okay.
There's a few things that could be added to the campaign, Brian. If you're listening, hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Baseball bat.
I don't think you should add a
cover.
Baseball bat, but the cover I think should be on there. Well, okay, it doesn't have to be. Some people do like to keep it. That's fine. But people like to buy the cover.
This is also a piece that is going to be used as a cover. This is going to be, I believe, the Kickstarter exclusive cover. So this is all 3 heroes.
That's cool. Nice.
Thank you, Tate. I appreciate that.
That is really cool.
Thank you.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yep. So this is all 3 of the heroes. There is a card for Malchus as well, but William owns that original artwork already. He did not. He wanted that one for his own personal collection. So yeah, that one won't be on the campaign. But we do have cards coming out for all the characters. that will be a part of the ultimate tier, I believe.
Nice. Yeah, like I said, if you're willing to part with the cover, and he could put it on the campaign, it's an advisable. Like I said, people bought the covers for Frog. People bought covers for Absolute. Like it helps your campaign for sure. So it's something up. You don't have to do it. It's not a requirement. But but hey, Brian, if you're listening out there, ask Luke about any tips. He's definitely gone over plenty of campaigns. He knows how to do it. No. This is your first book, man, and I'm very happy, very proud of you. It's great to see.
Thank you, man. I
and
appreciate it.
it's only further and outward, and I know you got more lined up, more things coming out. But right now you have Mercenary Guild. So hey, everybody, if you're watching now on the replay, click the link in the top of the chat in the description. Get Luke's first book. Get his first outing in the comics. You're not going to want to miss it. It's dope stuff.
I tell you what, my better half has been promoting this book relentlessly.
Yeah,
she has been celebrating.
Great mod, fantastic in the chats. Always promoting not just Mercenary Guild, but a lot of campaigns, a lot of people's YouTube channel. We love Feline over here.
We do.
She's great peeps, and so she's also got an Instagram where she's going to be selling some jewelry and stuff on her own website. So everybody go check out Feline. So we love Feline, and she's a great mod. That's why she's my super mod. She's the only one that's a super mod. Her and Frog, I think, are a super mod. But
she's probably my favorite person ever.
I don't know why.
No idea.
Can't figure it out. It's a mystery. Like I said, it's Luke's first book. It's his first. Like I said, he's done work for me. He's done work for other people. But this is his first full comic book. His first interior.
That's right.
Work. So get it now. It's been 5 years in the making. Over 5 years, but 5 years as far as crowdfunding.
I got the power.
Oh, that one. Yeah. Dar. Just are you gonna possible future RPG game? I mean, it's based on that.
I mean, I don't know. There could be. I know that Brian has an RPG module for Hardly Heroes, so it probably wouldn't be too difficult to adapt it to this, considering it came from an RPG to begin with.
Right.
And Morb William is an old school D&D head, still loves fantasy role playing, RPG, all that fun stuff. So yeah, it wouldn't be too far out of the realm of possibility, that's for sure.
One thing I could recommend, and I don't know if he's already got things lined up or it's already done, but what I did and I know Irene's done it. Make the characters in the book have their D&D make their back of their card a character sheet with their D&D stats on it and everything like that. That way you can play as those characters as level 1 in a D&D campaign. Do something like that. It's fun. It's cool. Like I did that with Absolute. Irene did it with Fiendish for stuff like that. So it's a nice little thing people can do. Hey, I grew up playing D&D, and a lot of us did as well, and some people still do. So it's a nice little geeky thing to put in there.
Agree.
So, hey, Brian, if you're listening, it's a little something you could do, or just have the character on the back. Do whatever you want, but these are just suggestions, So
No, I think it's a great idea. Yeah. That way you can use the characters in, like if you set it up for 5e. That way people could actually take these characters and plug them into, like, say a like a preset campaign where it's just like a one and done thing. Take these already made characters, plug them in, and then go.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
So, nice. I mean, this is what I've always wanted to do. Is make comics. Ever since I was a kid, I've always wanted to. I've always drawn. I've always enjoyed drawing. And when I was a kid, I always thought, well, if I'm ever rich, I'll just sit around and draw all day because it's what I like to do. And then I was like, well, wait a minute, why don't I just get paid to draw for a living? I'll make money doing artwork. Reality set in later on as I grew up, but I still want to make comics because I love telling stories. I love artwork. Storytelling is a huge thing. It's an intrinsic part of our reality as people, and the oldest profession in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Storytelling.
Paintings. Yep. Mm-hmm. Cave paintings, just like Art T. Bear used to do.
Thank you, Tate Prime. I appreciate it.
Yeah, Tate's good people.
Thank you, Drawn Sword.
Drawn Sword's good people too. I honestly don't know. But no, Angela.
I just have one other question. Would you read this? in your
Oh,
your
When
voice.
I read it, it's going to take
No,
me
I want
6 hours to read a 24-page
I
comic.
want Luke to read what older
Oh.
Travis
let's
in his
see.
like low voice.
In a world where aspartame is treated like gold, Jason drinks it all.
It's good for you. It's good for you.
It's better than what I
Just
did.
like seed oils and M&Ms.
Very
Delicious.
nice.
Blech.
Good for you. Red
Thank
guy
you.
4, blue number 5.
Oh
Get
my
it all, my friends.
It's
So is there-
fine. 'Cause, it may be gone in the next 4 years, so
Yeah.
get it while you
It's like the
can.
Jackson 5 of toxic chemicals. No.
Hey, everyone loves the Jackson 5. Angela, are there any more questions in the chat? Any more questions for Luke?
Yeah,
Take it easy,
a
Morb.
lot of
Hey,
praise and yeah, everyone's loving it. They're excited.
Yeah.
So,
Pick up Luke's
yeah,
first word.
I'm excited.
I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
How much? So it's basically gonna go on the normal 30-day, then 60-day, because it sounds like the book is ready to go. But you're gonna maybe make it, because sometimes
It was set for 60, so there's no.
It's set for 60.
I don't know if it's going in demand though. So
yeah, so you don't know if it's going in demand. Okay, that's good.
Nope. I would have to ask Brian about that. But if you do happen to miss it on the campaign, I do believe you'll be able to order it on ShattermareComics.com. Now, what covers are available on the website? I don't know. I don't know if the metal covers are going to be available on the website. I don't know if the campaign exclusive covers are going to be available on the website. So yeah, and the extras, the Nicole trading card, I know is going to be exclusive to the campaigns.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing too, is that the other covers that will be available on Fund My Comic and as well on
and Kickstarter.
Those will be fun to see as well. But yeah,
and that, like you said, if he doesn't go on demand, you could get it on the other platforms.
Yes.
And there's nothing wrong. Yeah, back where you back. So good.
Oh, Feline even tossed the pre-order there for the Shattermare Comics website. There you go.
Hey.
So you can pre-order directly from them.
There you
Amazing.
go. Nice.
Thanks, lady.
Nice. So I have one last question, Luke.
Yes.
If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Probably any superpower, huh? Flight, probably.
Flight. It's a good one.
Yep.
It's a good one.
Yep.
You should be, keeping track of who says what.
Nah.
It's always.
That's professional. We don't do that here.
Yeah,
if I wanted to get really granular about it, I would probably I would take Thor's hammer.
Oh.
That way I get flight, super strength, all that, but that's kind of a cover all,
Oh, I mean, dude, Odin said he wanted to be Dr. Manhattan. So I mean, why not,
All right, fine. I would want to be Thor.
There you go. That's fine with me. There you go.
I mean, I wear a Mjolnir every day anyway,
Yeah.
so yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so I would be Thor.
There you go. Yeah, Angela, thank you for co-hosting as always and highlighting all that chaos that happened in the chat.
What's up, Bancroft?
Yeah, go subscribe to Bancroft. He's great. Thank you, chat, for showing up. This was a good one. Mods in the chat for dropping all them links. Can't do this without you. You hit the buttons, you say the things, and you do it, and you